Hey, what's up guys, it's Marissa and I'm back for another booktube video, and you guessed it, I am doing another book review because I wanna and because I read too much. Sorry, not sorry. Anyway, so today I am going to be talking about Big Little Lies by Liane Moriarty. And this one I have seen reviews for on BookTube. I have seen the ads for the TV show. Haven't actually watched the TV show yet. Probably won't. But I did give this book a 5 stars. This was an excellent... I can't really say it's a psychological book. I can't really say that it's a psychological thriller because it wasn't really a thriller. So anyway, it's an excellent psychological book, and you really get in depth and you get to know these characters, and you're following like 3 women primarily, and you're learning more about their histories and their backgrounds and why they are the way that they are, and it was really cool. I started reading this book and I thought, I'm going to take a break from fantasy, so I'm just going to read this and I'm probably not going to like it and yada yada yada. Well, you know what? Joke's on me, because I ended up loving this book. You know, there's murder, there's mystery, there's mayhem, there's, you know, rich parents behaving badly, so it was actually hilarious. At quite a few points it had me laughing out loud. This book actually had me crying at one point, and I'll explain that a little bit. I think the point at which it had me crying was it was going on about this girl had a really bad sexual experience earlier in her life, that it started out as consensual sex and then it became non-consensual sex pretty quickly, and this guy was like really messing with her head and telling her she was fat and telling her she was good for nothing and telling her she was stupid, and it just and just the way that the author was talking about it and bringing it up, it was like being very sensitive to the subject but also presenting it in a very realistic way, but then going on to say that this is fucked up and nobody should ever be treated like that. It had me feeling all sorts of things. It really did. So yeah, it did make me cry at one point. After I read that, I had to put it down and back away from it slowly a little bit, just because I was like, whoa, this book is good. So yeah, I would definitely recommend picking this book up. I'm trying to remember, I can't even remember the names. I read so many books, I'm starting to forget the names. Let's see, Madeline is one of the characters you follow, and she's kind of like a middle of the road parent. Like she's very involved, she likes designer clothes, but you know, her husband doesn't make the most money in the world. Then there is Celeste, and she is the one that her husband makes a crap load of money, and on the outside it looks like she has an idyllic marriage, and everybody is so jealous of her, but she's always got her head in the clouds. And Jane is a woman who just moved to town. She's kind of on the poorer end. She doesn't really have a whole lot of money. She's a single parent, and she's trying to fit in with all these moms that are, you know, like I said, carrying designer bags and wearing designer clothes, and they're like the helicopter parents that have to be involved in everything, and they all think their children are special and whatnot. So anyway, you're following those 3 characters, and basically you're just like getting a story. In the beginning you're told somebody died at this trivia night thing, and then the whole book is the events that are leading up to it and like the speculations from other people on what happened, and you don't actually find out who died and what happened until the very end of the book. And this book does a very good job of like making you forget that there's a murder at the end, and then suddenly just bringing you back into it for a second, and you're like, oh yeah, that's right, there's something else that happens at the end of this book, and then making you forget again. So it kind of just like, you know, eases in and then ramps up, and then eases in and then ramps up. So the pacing was excellent in this book, I guess is what I'm trying to say in not so subtle terms. So yeah, definitely this is a 5-star read for sure. I will definitely be keeping this book to reread. So yeah, definitely go pick this book up, and I guess that's all I got for you. So I hope everybody has a great night. Bye bye.